It started with promise.
I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
Ended in jubilation.
Yes, we can.
And now, the hard part. Welcome to the new reality show called White House, the Obama years.
I like him to tackle some of the rough issues that they've ignored for a lot of years.
I'd like to see him fix this mess, this economic mess.
He's got a lot of problems.
The list is long. First up is the mother of all priorities, the economy. His fix is a stimulus plan full of big government spending on infrastructure projects with some tax cuts in an attempt to create more jobs and spur the economy. Obama's goal is to eventually create or save 3 to 4 million jobs in the next 2 years. He's also committed to rejuvenating the housing market by making sure the billions of bailout dollars Congress approved is spent wisely. But what comes next? The Obama administration believes they can work on both energy and health care at the same time, but that could be tough.
He can rally a lot more people around a common sense energy plan than I think health care.
On foreign policy, President Obama will need to act quickly on the Israel-Hamas conflict. We can expect some type of direct negotiation in Iran and a concentrated effort to get U.S. forces out of Iraq. And there's already talk of a high-profile effort to increase troops and resources in Afghanistan.
Bin Laden and Al-Qaeda are our number one threat when it comes to American security.
But for Obama to accomplish much of anything, he must figure out first how to break through the partisanship that has soured the mood on Capitol Hill. Going into his presidency, President Obama will know a thing or two about rough and tumble politics. After all, he is from right here in Chicago, a city that is well known for it. But Washington is a different animal. Beltway politics is a tough nut to crack. Deputy White House Chief of Staff Jim Messina told me the incoming administration has a plan to break through the gridlock.
Well, look, change is never easy. And, Washington is set in its ways, and we're proposing a bunch of changes that are going to be hard. And that's why we can only do it through working with the American people and bringing the country together in a real discussion about how to meet these challenges.
Obama's plan has been called both simple and revolutionary. Taking cues from a successful political campaign, the administration plans to use technology like text messaging to mobilize millions of people nationwide.
If you have gridlock in D.C., he has the ability to punch a button and to touch 10, 12 million people.
He may get some help from the media, too. Obama mainstream media mania may fizzle at some point, but Republican leaders like Michael Steele doubt it. How long do you give him on the honeymoon period?
I'm anticipating 2 years.
Really?
I kid you not. I kid you not. Let me tell you why. Because they have too much invested in this guy. This is their creation. He is their creation. Not vetted, not challenged, and now he's president. You think they're going to undo that?
And with an economy in shambles, there doesn't seem to be an appetite to engage on the hot-button social issues.
He is basically going to say, look, forget all of the social drama, if you will. Let's focus on bread and butter issues that affects everybody. You can be gay, straight, married, single, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. If you broke, you're broke.
Social policy will, however, eventually creep into the mix. There are strong indications that as president, Obama will use executive orders to lift restrictions on federal embryonic stem cell research and allow taxpayer funds to pay for abortions overseas. He's also expected to close Guantanamo Bay and push to end the don't ask, don't tell policy of gays in the military. And then there's the abortion issue. During his campaign, Obama pledged to sign the Freedom of Choice Act if it reaches his desk. Pro-life groups say that law would, in effect, have the power to overturn pro-life related laws across the country. Many are waiting to see if and when this becomes a presidential priority. In the meantime, there are plans to keep a faith-based office with more focus placed on asking religious groups for public policy input to solve problems. So what's his next move? Painted by some as a liberal ideologue, Obama's cabinet picks have been relatively centrist. He's spending time with top conservative journalists and will speak to Senate Republicans at their annual meeting. nobody has really been able to pin Obama down as to exactly how he'll govern.
He campaigned and was a pragmatist. He is not a liberal ideologue, much as, you know, there are fair criticism against him, but the one that he's a liberal ideologue I just don't think was accurate.
He's a leader who will govern by involving all parties together. And so I think he's, you know, done what he should, which is go to Congress and say, here's some ideas on how we get an economic stimulus package that works, but I want to involve you in this discussion.
The series debut of the Obama reality show begins now. The question everybody is wondering, will it be a ratings hit or a big-time flop? The nation is dialed in, and they're watching.